tools got me glowing every day. Faceless grind, I'm paving my lane. Me 2 times, yeah, we changing the game. Elevate me to you, vibe is brand new. Built it from scratch, now we teaching you. Hit that sub, let the vision come true. This ain't just content, it's what we do. Started with nothing but dreams and a screen. Now I automate flows, keep the process clean. No need to be seen, just heard and felt. With AI by my side, every goal gets dealt. Chatter TT writes Canva designs. Cap cut cuts, now the visuals shine. Faceless creator with a plan so clear, helping new voices elevate all year. Me on the rise, press record, now play. AI tools got me glowing every day.
Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to go over editing tips and also some tutorials on how to do your edits in Canva. So it's about to start, and thanks for coming.
In this section, we're going to talk about editing. Now, most of us YouTubers did not know how to edit when we started, but it's a big part of being a YouTuber. So I personally just had to watch a whole bunch of tutorials on video editing and play around with my software until I could do it. It is fun though, and you will improve over time. So that's good news. In fact, you can take an extremely boring video and make it pretty decent or even fantastic in post-production. That's how powerful good editing is. In fact, sometimes I watch a YouTuber with so much potential and I feel like screaming, "Give me your files!" Because bad editing is very distracting. That's why we're going to give you all the information you need so you can avoid some of these rookie mistakes and improve your editing and video quality. Here are my 3 most favorite tips. Tip number 1, cut, cut, cut. The number 1 rule of editing is a quote that I love. And I forget who said it, but good editing is not asking yourself what can be added, but what can be removed. So that's something easy to remember, and it's going to help you, guaranteed. Now, this doesn't mean you can't add things to your videos in post-production, because obviously that can do wonders for your video quality as well. But your very first and most important job is cut, cut, cut. Don't get too emotionally attached to your footage. Just because you said it, just because you shot it, it doesn't mean it should be a part of your video. And I think this is an issue for YouTubers especially, okay? Because almost all YouTubers edit their own videos, at least at the beginning. So they are a little bit too involved in a way. So try to remove yourself from your project when you're editing, and watch your footage as if you're a stranger. You should not be caring how long it took to get that shot, or about the funny inside joke that only you and 3 other people get. If you want to have a big channel, then it's 100% about the end product and entertaining people who don't even know you. Remember that. And don't waste the viewer's time. So if you have footage of yourself talking and want to show some other footage to demonstrate or show what you're talking about, then ask yourself if it's possible to overlap the clips so that the audio from the first clip is heard while we watch the video of the demonstration. If that works, then do that. Don't make me watch your clip for 20 seconds when you could have done the same thing in 10 seconds. This is the difference between a good video and a bad video. Watch time is important on YouTube, so we want that longer content, but this is not the way to increase watch time. You need to keep it tight, okay? So they say. My second favorite tip for editing, it's the 4-second rule. Now, this is not a rule that is set in stone, but go ahead and check out every YouTuber that's on the rise. Most of them have some sort of cut or change of scenes, or put some text or image on the screen, or add an audio effect, or something happens every 4 seconds. This may not be essential for all audiences, but younger audiences in particular definitely have a shorter attention span, so this technique works really well. It helps to have some variety in terms of background and location. But even if you're just sitting in one place during a video, you can still have some inserts where you show an image on the screen, jump cuts where you remove unnecessary parts of your speech, and then you talk again. Yeah, cut. You can zoom in and zoom out, and that could be something you add. You can add text on the screen, sound effects, any video effects really. Like you could make a short part black and white and then go back to color. You could take a freeze frame or screenshot of your video to make it look like your video is paused and do a voiceover or funny narration over it. There are a number of creative things you can do. It's easy to go overboard here, so just remember, not all audiences need this much stuff going on in the video. So depending on how your audience reacts, you could do a little less or maybe not at all. I personally keep this rule in mind, and I try to incorporate it into my videos without being too obvious and without going too overboard. And I'm not strict about the 4 seconds, so in the middle of my video, I might go 20 seconds without a cut or a change of scene. But I still think it's one of the best pieces of advice for YouTube editing, especially for beginners. Tip number 3, don't overuse transitions. Something I notice with new video editors is they get a beginner's editing software and make sure they use every single transition available. So transitions between clips, in my opinion, should be kept simple. In general, you don't want people to be able to tell that you edit with iMovie or whatever it is. Most of the time, people don't need a transition at all. And if you do need one, then don't feel you need to use a different one every time. You want your transitions to be appropriate and seamless and not distracting. So I can't see any reason why a professional YouTuber should be using a transition where the end of their clip like turns into a flying frisbee and spins off the screen. Because if you want to succeed on YouTube, you don't want to be editing videos like a dad editing his handy cam footage of the family vacation up in Maine last summer. That's the vibe that I get from some of these crazy over-the-top transitions. Because we love you, but we don't love you as much as your family. So don't expect us to watch that. All right, let's talk about your setup. If you're just starting out and trying to decide on equipment to buy and software to use, then that's a complicated topic because there are pros and cons to every setup. I am addicted to Mac, and I curse myself for it because it is more expensive. And what makes it even more expensive for me is that I need to work on a laptop. I should add here that my mom once told me, never date a man with no laptop. And I still think that's a pretty good tip. But anyway, a laptop is important, and you want it to be fast enough not to discourage you from editing, exporting, and uploading. And a good laptop is going to cost you more than an amazing desktop. So if you're not going to be traveling, or you're on a budget, or you need a larger screen and the additional power of a desktop, then sure, go for the desktop. But I can't do that because I travel and I edit my own videos. Also, we're prone to power outages in my area, and I really do like having a battery in my computer. So for me, I prefer the laptop. In fact, I had a desktop and I ended up selling it because the laptop can do everything I need done. But it comes at a cost, and if I could go back in time and was on a budget, I would probably go with a nice PC laptop and use like DaVinci Resolve, which is a free editing software that can do pretty much everything you'll ever need to do as a YouTuber. I do love Mac though, and if you have a Mac or you want one and can afford to get one, then Final Cut Pro X is the go-to software for video editing, and it's excellent. If you can't afford to buy Final Cut Pro X, then start off with iMovie, which is free on your iMac and MacBook Pros, and upgrade as soon as it makes financial sense to do so. But whatever you do, there is absolutely no excuse to upload a video with a watermark. If you downloaded some random free software that leaves a watermark on your video because you didn't upgrade to the Pro version, then go get a different software. You don't need to do that. It's extremely unprofessional, and nobody's going to subscribe to you if you continue doing that. Go get DaVinci Resolve or some other software that doesn't put a watermark on your edited video. You're welcome, and thank you. Practicing and honing your craft is the first step to getting big on YouTube. And in preparation for my YouTube career, I used to make crappy videos with no point in order to get experience editing with my own footage. I remember one night when the lights went out at my house, I had nothing to do. So I shot a video in the dark using a flashlight, and then I edited it. And it was a horrible video, very, very bad. But all those horrible videos had a purpose for me. I was practicing and experimenting and learning as I went. And yes, I did upload those horrible videos to the internet, and no, they did not get views. But before you have subscribers, I mean, you're allowed to do anything you want, really. But if you already have a brand or reputation outside of YouTube, then better not upload to the internet. It can be embarrassing. These days, it's probably safer to do your practicing in private. So maybe volunteer to film and edit a video for your family and friends, or maybe do some video projects for your colleagues at work. But you're going to have to start somewhere. And your first videos may be bad. You're going to think they're amazing, but they're probably going to be bad. I just wanted to let you know, if they are bad, it's completely normal, and you get better and better with each video you make. So your job as a new YouTuber is to learn as you go, Google editing techniques that you've seen and you want to replicate, teach yourself, and practice what you've learned, one video at a time. We will teach you some basic editing in this course, but editing is definitely an area that deserves a lot more attention than we can give it here, and it's also very specialized. So some YouTubers will utilize one editing technique more than others. For example, I wanted to know how to duplicate myself or clone myself in post-production because I had no budget to hire other actors. So I Googled cloning plus, whatever editing software I was using at the time. And then I was able to have 2 or 3 of me in the same shot together at the same time. This is not something most people will want to do in their videos. But whenever I had a concept that required a less common editing technique, I would just Google and watch a tutorial. That's how I taught myself to edit. Now, with online learning platforms like this one, you can save yourself from endless hours of Googling. But if you aren't able to afford a course on editing, then please find comfort in the fact that in this section, we will show you some basic editing techniques, which will be more than enough to tide you over until you need something more advanced. I'm going to teach you some basic video editing skills, and this may be all you need depending on the type of video you're making. Today, I'm using Final Cut Pro X to edit with, but don't pay too much attention to that for now. These are some of the things you'll need to do when you make your YouTube video, regardless of what software you're using.
If social media is the place to be, video is definitely the king in that castle. There is no doubt that video has become the preferred format for people to consume on social media. In less than a decade, YouTube has managed to become the second largest search engine in the world and is set up to become the university of the future. Facebook, who came a bit later, did everything it could to get people to share and upload native video there on their platform. And because of all of that, video quickly became the dominant format on social media. And then something happened. Snapchat was the first platform to let its users share vertical photos and videos with their friends. And then something else happened, TikTok, which literally flipped the video consumption game upside down, democratizing the 9:16 aspect ratio, aka vertical videos. The massive success of TikTok and its addictive 15-second vertical videos forced the other players, the older players, Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube, to adapt and come up with their own version of the short vertical videos. Facebook and Instagram came up with Reels, and YouTube named them Shorts. And of course, Canva has followed that trend very closely and is now trying to position itself as the easy and free video editing solution. What they did to graphic design, make it available to everyone, they're trying to do with video. And this is not an easy task, but so far, so good. Now, don't get me wrong, Canva will probably deceive the professional video editors who are used to powerful and premium editing softwares like Premiere Pro or Final Cut. What Canva is building is not meant to compete with these video editing powerhouses, and therefore, Canva Video is not for this particular type of users. Instead, Canva aims at becoming the user-friendly video editor. Like I said, what they did to design, they are doing now to video. And you will see that all the things that make Canva fun and easy to use, like having all of your creative assets in one place, or being able to start your projects from millions of beautiful templates, or even being able to create from any device, all of that will also apply to video. So let's take advantage of all of this. In this section of the course, I'm going to teach you how to create all sorts of videos and animations with Canva. We will cover all the major video formats, going from short-form videos like TikTok, Instagram Reel, or YouTube Shorts, to longer-form educational video content for YouTube, for example. We will also learn how to create animated social media posts, like animated ads, and I will also teach you how to create animated GIFs with Canva. I want to show you that with Canva, anyone can create beautiful videos. Let's go. So who's ready to make some videos? Sorry. In this lecture, I will introduce you to the video features of Canva. I will show you how the timeline works, what specific features will be useful for editing your videos, and just overall making sure you are ready to start making some videos with Canva. Canva is not just a graphic design platform anymore. Indeed, what they did to graphic design, they made it simple, they are doing to video production. And though it's not yet a full-fledged video editing solution, Canva is slowly but surely positioning itself as the easy video creation tool everybody can use and understand. So the purpose of this lecture is to introduce you to the video features of Canva, show you how the timeline works, and make sure you are ready to start making videos with Canva. All right, let's start from our Canva free account because I want to show you that everyone can make videos with Canva. You don't need to have a pro account to access the video timeline nor all the video features. So that's already great news. So this is our Canva homepage. And to get started, we are going to click on the video icon here in the gradient header. When you do that, you should see different video document types like video, Facebook video, video message, mobile video, etc. Don't forget that you can use the little arrow here at the end of this carousel to see even more video formats. I'm going to choose the most classic format, which is also the first one here, called video. And this will create a 1920 by 1080 pixel document. From here, we see our blank page with the video dimensions, but also here at the bottom of the screen, a play button and a first rectangle which says page when you hover over it. Also, if you pay attention, you should see a time indicator, that little black triangle here, that will be moving through the first page if you hit the play button. So this is your video editing timeline. You can start from scratch, meaning from a blank page like the one we see in front of us right now, or you can start inspired and use a template. And because you are in a video doc type, you should see a bunch of video templates like me here in the object panel. You will recognize they are video templates, meaning they contain animations and or video clips, if you see the little play button here in the lower right corner of the template. Also, you will notice that these templates are organized into categories. Here we see some birthday videos, educational videos, review videos, explainer videos, etc., etc. Let's try explainer video and click on this template right here about easy homemade pizza. That sounds delicious. When I click on it, I will see that this template is actually made out of 9 different pages and all of them contain video. Let's apply all of these pages to our document by using this button. When I do that, you will see the timeline changing and being populated with these 9 pages from my template. If I scroll all the way to the right, you will see that I now have 9 pages. So let's hit the play button and see what we have so far. So we can hear that there is music in this video, and also we see a watermark on the video clip. This is probably because they are premium elements. We see that the template uses a mix of video clips, but also text boxes and some sort of animations going on. So here on page 4, for example, we have 2 different videos playing at the same time, and it seems they have been added into frames. Okay, so at this stage, we see that each of the pages represent a different scene in the video, and I can move these pages around very easily to modify the structure of my video. To do that, just click on one of the pages, hold your click, and move that clip or move that scene somewhere else on your timeline. Just know that for now, Canva only offers one video track only. Okay, let's move forward with our project and start customizing this template. We can do that in 2 different ways. Either we import some of our own video clips, or if we don't have any, like in my case right now, we can search for some other clips in the Canva library. So for that, we will head over to the Elements tab and start typing some keywords like cooking pancakes. Make sure you filter videos by using the tab here on top that says videos. And now I can see a bunch of video clips about making pancakes from the Canva library. Most of them will be premium elements though, so just be aware of that. When it comes to video assets, the difference between free and pro is really substantial. You won't get many video clips from Canva with a free account. But for the sake of this lesson, we can work with the watermarks on. Just be aware that you will have a limited choice of video clips as a free user. So what we are doing here is to replace the video clips about making pizza for some clips about making pancakes. Let's take the first page and swap the video clip it contains. For that, I'm going to click on the first page here in the timeline, and Canva will bring me right back to it. When I click on the pizza video, I can see that it's being used as the background of the page. And I can detach that video from the background by right-clicking on it and hitting Detach Video from Background. Now let's get rid of it by hitting the Delete key. Okay, this page is now ready for my pancake footage. Let's find one that looks great and that shows the finished outcome, a delicious pancake. And for that, let's slightly adjust our search for fluffy pancakes. I want fluffy pancakes. Okay, this clip will do. So I will click on it to import it to my timeline. There. Now you see that this clip lasts a total of 12 seconds. It says here in the thumbnail, and I can also see its duration on my timeline. This entire page 1 is 12 seconds long. That is too long for my intro scene. The pizza one was only 4 seconds, so I need to fix that. When you hover your mouse over a page, you should see these gray handles showing. And when you grab them and drag, you'll reduce the length of a specific video clip. So let's reduce this one to 4 seconds. And this seems like the right amount of time based on what you see in the clip, but also considering the animations in and out. Now, if we bring the time indicator to the beginning of the video and play it, we can see our pancake footage for 4 seconds. Great. What I need to do now is to make the clip full screen and adjust the text. To make the clip full frame, you have a couple of options. The first one would be to right-click on your clip and click on Replace Background. This will make the clip the background of your document. It's a quick way to do it, but in our case, the text is covering most of the action. So let's cancel that with the back button. Another way to proceed would be to use a grid to position the video into. Let's try that. And now I can double click on my video and scale it so I can see more of the pancake on the right side of my screen, like so. Okay, this looks good. I can now adjust the text. And here I see that I will be needing a new red rectangle. So I'll just copy the one from the word homemade and position it here. Let's play the video one more time. I see that the rectangles are not animating at the same speed. So to fix that, I will group them. And I will just get rid of that other text box with the pizza logo. Great, my first page is now ready. Let's move on to page 2. Okay, so here we show the beginning of the recipe for making pizza dough. I should find some footage of mixing flour and maybe eggs for making a pancake mix. Let's see if we can find that in the library. So back to my Elements tab, and I will type pancake recipe and filter for videos. Before I choose my clip, I will check how long is the pizza clip for reference. And I can see that page 2 is 7.9 seconds long. I like this clip here, when the person is pouring milk on top of the flour. This is an early step of the pancake recipe, so it will work. I'll click on it to bring it to my page, and I'll simply adjust its size by dragging from the corners and the handles, using the pizza clip as my reference. When it covers the pizza clip exactly, I'll use the position button to push the pancake clip backwards so I can delete the pizza clip. There. But now I can see that my page 2 has stretched to 12 seconds, so I'll need to reduce it a bit so it's not too long. Let's try to stick with approximately 8 seconds. Okay, I've reduced the clip by pulling the handle on the right, but now I see that my clip is quite static for a few seconds at the beginning. So I will undo that and instead reduce the clip by pulling the left handle this time. That way I will trim the seconds at the beginning when nothing is happening. Let's play it again. Much better. At this stage, I think you got the point. I'm going to use the exact same technique to swap all the remaining pizza clips for different parts of my pancake recipe. And since I will be repeating the exact same process, I'll just spare your time and jump forward in the video. Alright, all done. I have replaced all the pizza clips and also updated the text boxes to match the images. Let's play the video and see what we have so far. Okay, I think all of these footage look great. We have a good storyline and the video is around 1 minute, which is not too long. But I noticed a few things that require our attention though. First, I think we could improve the transitions between our clips. Right now they look a little bit rough. So if you pay attention to your timeline, you will notice that between each page, you have a plus button. If we click on that, we see that we can do two things from here. You can either add a page or add a transition. Let's click on Add Transition. Here, I can choose between 4 different transitions: dissolve, slide, circle wipe, and line wipe. Let's pick slide. And now I can choose the duration of this transition between 0.1 and 2 seconds. Let's set this to 0.3 seconds for a fast transition, and I will push to the right. From here, you should also see a button to apply this transition to all pages. I will go ahead and do that so my project looks consistent. And now all of the transition buttons on my timeline should have changed for this one. If I want to add a bit of diversity, I can always click on one of the transitions and change the direction, for example. That way we keep the same style, but we just add some variation with the direction. On page number 5, I see that my text box is kind of covering the action, so I will move it to the other side and reduce its size slightly. I will also change the direction of the transition leading to page 7 to make it a little bit more interesting. Perfect, the rest of the video looks great. Something else I noticed that probably requires our attention is that the music ends a little bit abruptly in my video. At this stage, and this might have been fixed by the time you watch this video, but at this stage, Canva doesn't allow us to fade out our audio clips. So a little trick to work around that is to trim your audio and make sure your audio tracks ends with your video footage. So first, let me show you where you can find your audio track on the timeline. See this purple line here underneath your video track? Well, that's your audio track. You will need to click on that purple line to extend it. Once extended, you should see the waveform of your audio track. And if you double click on that audio track, you will be able to slide it left or right. So let's slide it all the way to the left in such a way that you can see the end of the track on the right side. Let's listen to the last few seconds of the video. Okay, that looks good. So now let's go to the beginning and let's listen to the first few seconds. Great, we have now fixed the audio track. Something else you can do with audio, with your audio track selected, you can adjust the volume by using the little speaker icon, which is the volume. But let's keep it at 100 for now. From here, you can also duplicate your audio track with this next button right here. And I love that Canva lets you add multiple audio tracks to your timeline. This is great if you want to create different moods for different scenes or pages of your video. To find more audio tracks, you can click on the More tab in the Object panel and click on Audio. This will let you search for audio tracks in the Canva library. Just be mindful that most of these will be premium elements though. So for the sake of this video, we will stick with the track we already have. So let's take care of a few more things and wrap up this project. The original template that I used with the pizza video had this red color to it, which for a pizza recipe looked fine. But I feel like for my pancake video, I could use some other colors to make the video even better. So let's go ahead and fix this. I'll come to the first page and click on these red rectangles. I'll use the color button and create a nice bright pink. Now I'll use the Change All button here at the bottom to swap all of the red in this project for this pink. And voila, all of it has been changed in only one click. And we are almost done, folks. The last thing I'd like to show you is that you can tweak the animations on each page by clicking on the base layer of the page. So for example, here on page 1, we see the text and the pink rectangles are panning from the left, but we don't really see where this animation is coming from. And that's because you need to select your base layer or the background of that specific page to actually see the animation. So to access that base layer, we'll need to move our video clip slightly. So there, now we can click on the background and we can see the pan animation is applied. And you can change that if you want by clicking on that button. When it comes to animating your designs, you have two choices here again. The first choice is to animate your entire page. And for that, you'll need to reach that bottom layer like we just did. And the second choice you have is to animate individual elements. So for that, simply select that element and find the Animate button. And if you think I went a little bit too fast about animations here, don't worry. We'll look at animations in more details in the next videos of this section. Okay, I think we did a good job with this first video. And when you're done with your video project, you can preview the final outcome by clicking on this button right here with the length of your video and the little play button, or you can hit the share button to either share or download your video. If you decide to download it, make sure you use the MP4 video format, which should be the default format when you use video document types in Canva. And if you have been using a free account to create your video, like we have in this lecture, this is usually where you will be prompted to buy the premium elements used in your project. Like in our case here, we have $59 worth of assets. So if you want your video to show without the watermarks, you need to pay for these clips first. So that's pretty much it. This is my quick tour of the video timeline plus all the video specific features. In the next video, we'll have a look at the recording studio. Now that we are familiar with Canva's video timeline and the video content library, let's see how we can easily import our own video clips into Canva, but also generate new content via the recording studio. And once again, we are going to start from the Canva homepage. I'm going to click on the video icon, and to make things simple, we will use the first format right here, which is the classic video format called video in 16:9. Okay, great. Now I have a blank video project here in front of me. Let me first show you how to import your own video clips, which is super easy, really. Basically, you are going to import those clips the same way you add your own photos and graphics into Canva via the Uploads tab. So let's click on Uploads and choose Upload Media, the purple button, and locate our video clip on our computer. And now you should see your video clip being uploaded here in the Object panel. Once the progress bar disappears, that means your clip has been uploaded. And I can now click on it to add it to my page. And when I do so, page 1 of my timeline will adopt the length of my video clip. And Canva will give you the same options as for images when you click on the 3 little dot here in the top right corner of the video clip you just uploaded. So the options are move to a folder, download the clip to your computer, select multiple items, or send the clip to trash. When you click on the clip here in the design area, you'll see a few new options showing up in the top menu. The first one has a little scissor icons. This button allows you to trim your video clip. So let's click on it. From here, you can trim your video either from the beginning or from the end of it by simply pulling the purple handles. So I will just listen to this little intro clip I just uploaded and try to cut the part at the beginning when I'm not yet speaking. And also that part at the end when I'm done talking and basically turning off the recording. And there you go. Once you are happy with your trimming, simply click on Done. And now you can see that my page 1 has a different length. Now coming back to the video, I can stretch it so it's full screen. I can set it as the background of this page, or I can put it in a frame or in a grid. That's really entirely up to me. So this is how to import your own video clips into Canva, but also how to clean them up, like how to trim them. Now, let me introduce you to the recording studio, where you will be able to create new content directly from within Canva. And in order to access the studio, you'll have to be on the Uploads tab. And here, you should see a second button right underneath the purple one that says Upload Media. There should be a button that says Record Yourself. That's how you access the recording studio. So let's click on that. Welcome to the recording studio. If this is your first time here, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. So wait, this is not YouTube. It's just the recording studio. Okay, let's see what we can do from here. Here in the top menu, we have 3 different icons. The first one is a microphone. Let's click on it. This is where you can select your audio input. And everybody will have different things showing up here depending on their own setup. But me, I see all the microphones that I have in my studio. So I'm going to choose the Rode mic, which is my best microphone right now. Note that you can select no microphone as well if you don't want audio. The next button is a little camera icon. This one will let you choose your video input. And for me, I will just go with my C922 webcam. Now, let's click on that last button that looks like a person in a box. This one will allow you either to record yourself only, so meaning your talking head, and that is the first button here that says camera only, or to record your computer screen by using this button here that says screen share. So two very useful features that I'm really happy to find right here in Canva. This could really make our lives easier as video content creators. And I really want to give this a spin, so let's try the first button here, the one that says camera only. Now this will record your talking head, and to get started, you'll need to press the red record button right here at the bottom of your screen. But before we do that, let me show you a pro tip. So let's exit the recording studio for a second with this button here in the top left corner. Now, with page 1 of my video project selected, I'm going to locate this button that says Notes right here under the play button of my timeline. See it? Let's click on that. This will open a new area where I can write a few notes to help me deliver my content once the camera will be rolling. So use this space to paste your entire text or some bullet points depending on how you like to deliver your content. Me, I'll just write something here so you can see how notes work. Okay, let's go back to the recording studio now. Great. Now you see the notes showing here on the left side of the screen. Now this will be really useful for remembering what to talk about. And if you don't need notes, you can always collapse this panel with the little arrow right here. I personally think this is quite useful, so I'll keep it open. All right, we are now ready to record. Let's go ahead and press that red button. You will see a countdown and then action. You are recording your talking head. Note that you can pause the recording, which is quite useful if you need to read your notes or if you need to go to the bathroom. When ready to continue, just click on the resume button. You can also trash the video if you think you didn't perform so well, or you can click on done to finalize the recording. And when you do click on done, you will have the opportunity to replay your video. If you're happy with it, click on save and edit right here in the top right corner. Canva will take a bit of time to process all of that, and then when it's ready, it will show you your video in the design area. The footage will also be available in your uploads under the videos tab. So that's it really. You have just learned how to record yourself directly from Canva. I can now use this video clip in all the different ways available to me. I can stretch it, I can use it as the background, I can put it in a frame, put it in a grid, etc. I can also trim it like I showed you before to get rid of the imperfections. And you can also copy and paste it on different pages of your timeline to create different scenes from the same clip. Okay, I think you're starting to realize the potential of the recording studio. So I'll go back to upload and click on the record yourself button again. And back to the studio. Let's click on screen share this time. If this is your first time doing that, your computer might ask you to grant permission to record your screen. I personally had to allow that on my computer. So once this is done, you will be presented with a window like this one, asking you to choose what you want to share. So you can decide to share your entire screen, you can decide to share a window or a single Chrome tab. That's because I'm using Chrome as my browser. And by the way, I'm not sure if the screen share feature in Canva will work with other browsers like Safari or Firefox. I'm not sure. So to be 100% sure, use the Chrome browser. I'm going to select to share a Chrome tab, so a single tab, and pick the right tab in the list. There, all set. And when you're done picking what you want to share, make sure to click on the share button. And at this stage, you can choose whether you want to also record your camera in this little talking bubble. If you do, just select your video input once more And if you don't want to see your head or your video, just select no camera. Okay, we are ready to record our screen. Just hit the record button whenever you are ready. And here again, you can have your notes if you need them, but this time I'll just keep this panel collapsed. Okay, let's give this a try. When you're done recording your screen, click on Done and then again, save and exit, just like you did for your talking head. Once again, Canva will work its magic and insert your screen recording on page 2 of our project. I now have my talking head and my screen recording in 2 separate video clips. I'm guessing you start to see the potential here. Based on these 2 clips, I can create a quick explainer video. All you need to do is to trim each clip and scale them as you wish on your page. You can also add a cool background with your brand color if you wish, and add all sorts of elements from Canva. So there you go, guys. I hope that by now you understand how to import your own video clips into Canva, but also how to use the recording studio to create your own content, like your screen recordings or your talking heads. You are now ready to create some awesome video content, which is exactly what we are going to do in the next videos. I'll see you there.
Okay, thank you everybody. That was the end of the editing tips. There is one more thing that I wouldn't mind showing y'all again. I did do it in a previous video on creating your shorts from a recording that you have in StreamYard. And just give me a second. Let me just share my screen. Okay, so let me go back to the main page. So once you've done a recording in a YouTube Studio, you can make edits to it, and you can also create shorts from it. Give me just a moment. So you'll be brought to your home page or your dashboard for StreamYard. Right up under the streams and recordings, you'll go to your past recordings. Once you go to your past recording, you'll pick a one of your videos that you've done already, and you can hit the view option right here to the right of it, and then it'll bring you to the video itself. So here, if your videos are under, I believe, 2 hours, yes, 2 hours, the StreamYard AI will generate some clips for you. However, there's no like set time that the video will be made from. It can range between 17 seconds to up to a minute. So I don't really like to use that one, but what I do, I go up at the top and I click on edit and repurpose. And once I click on that, it'll come to this screen where it asks you, do you want a regular video, which is the landscape, pretty much what you're looking at on my screen, or you can do like the shorts or real size short. So I'm gonna click on short and reels, and then it'll bring me to the inside where I can do my edits. Let me turn my volume down. So once you get to this screen, if you look to the left, there are that is this transcript from your video, and that kind of give you an idea of where you want to start the 60 seconds for your short. This thing at the bottom, this tracker at the bottom that I'm moving, it lets you pick the section that you want to do. This block right here is only a minute long, but you are able to adjust it however you would like to adjust it, but it has to be under 60 seconds. So if you look over here to the left at your transcript, you just find an area that you want to start, and let Let me pick a spot. Let me pick one. You can either look over here at your transcript and find a section that you want to start it at, or you can just play the video, or you can just move the tracker at the bottom. However, I'm going to just see the timestamp, and I'm just going to use the 7 minutes and 24-second timestamp. So now what I would do, I can either click on it, and it really doesn't do anything when you click on it, but you have the timestamp, so you can move this tracker to that spot. And I'm just going to use the arrow buttons at the bottom to move through the timeline. So I'm going to move this all the way. So you see, each time I move it, the words are highlighted on where it is going to begin. So I'm going to keep moving it until I get to the 724, which I'm there. But if you look right here, it has the beginning of the sentence cut off, and the tracker is in between the sentence. So I don't want that. I want to start it either at I or at the end of journey. So you can just keep moving it until you get there. So I moved it, and now it landed on the I. So the beginning of my short will start at I. So let me display it.
Became a full-time content creator, quote unquote, if you want to look at it that way, where I could make enough just from content.
And then
in 2016, when
if you look, the spots outside of the 60 seconds are going to be scratched out. So that's how you know what's not going to be included in that short. And as it plays, it's going to move through the available transcript. So I can either play it all the way through.
Today, it's possible to do that with much smaller audiences.
Sure
there are a lot of different ways to monetize for different creators. I've successfully coached.
So if you look at the bottom, all the way at the bottom, there is a section that gives you the duration of how long your tracker is, your short going to be. So you see, each time I move it down here at the bottom, the duration will change. But I'm going to leave it at a minute. Now it cuts off at the it leaves off creators. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to take it up to 8 minutes and 17 seconds, and it's going to stop at you. So I can move the tracker. So now the cursor is behind the U, so U will be the last word. So I can either play it, or I can just go ahead and, I'm not going to play it, but you can play it just to make sure that it is suitable for you. But after that, sorry, once you have your location that you want, you're going to go up to the top, and you're going to hit publish. You can either hit publish, or you can just save as a new recording. But I'm going to hit publish, and when you hit publish, it's going to bring you here, and it's going to ask you where do you want to publish your short or your reel to, and it's going to let you select your destination. At the moment, I'm going to do YouTube, and then I'm going to do TikTok. However, if you select TikTok, it will not automatically publish to your TikTok. What you will have to do is go in and finalize that upload. Okay. So from here, I'm just going to go back out because I left out a step. So once I find the spot that I want to include in my short, what I normally do, I take the transcript from that short. And my screen is not long enough right now at the moment to get everything in one whop. So what I'm going to do is just highlight as much as I can. And it stops at the 8 minutes and 4 second mark. So I'm just going to copy that. I'm going to go over to ChatGPT, and the URL for ChatGPT is chatgpt.openai.com. Okay, so once I get that, I'm here. This is a chat that I would normally use to generate my titles, my descriptions, my IG post captions, and also a DM message that I sent out to people prior to me going live. So from here, what I would do, I would just say I need I need full video details. And then I would just paste my transcript in there. I would scroll all the way to the bottom because I didn't get the whole transcript. So once I get to the bottom, I'm just gonna space it, and I'm gonna go back to StreamYard and get the remaining of my transcript. So it stopped at 8 minutes and 4 second marker. So what I'm gonna do is highlight the remaining text for the transcript. I'm gonna copy it, and I'm gonna go back to ChatGPT. Let me bring you back. Okay, so now that I'm back here, I'm just gonna go to the bottom and paste the remaining of my transcript. Once I do that, I'm just gonna hit enter. And once I hit enter, it's gonna provide me my title, my description. It's gonna provide me hashtags. It's gonna provide me tags that also go with my description or my description. So here it didn't give me my tag. So what I'm going to do is just ask for I'm gonna say please include hashtags and tags. No, I'm sorry. Keywords. I'm gonna do keywords. Keywords and tags for the video. Okay, and I'm just hit enter. And once I hit enter, it's going to populate the remaining of the information that I need. So once I have this information, I'm going to see if I can do the second screen. Is it showing on that end? No, it's not. Okay, it's not going to show. So let me just highlight my title, because the only thing that you can put in StreamYard at the moment as you uploading your short to YouTube, you can only put up to 100 characters, which is just your title. So I would just highlight my title that it provided me. I will go back over to StreamYard. I will go ahead and hit publish. Once I hit publish, my destinations has already been selected. So I would just paste my title within that box, the description box. However, it's not really a description box. It's really your title that's going to be on your video once it published to the destination. Okay. So once I put that in, it can only be up to 100 characters. So right now I have 96, and I'm just going to hit customize for each destination. And when I hit that, it's going to bring me to this screen, and it's going to show me the two that I have. Okay. And then I'm going to hit publish. So once I hit publish, it's going to do its processing, and I just have to wait a couple of minutes. It doesn't take too long to upload to the YouTube or TikTok, but right here you can just track the process as it goes. So we're going to give it a minute before it can do that. And while it's doing that, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go over to YouTube. I'm gonna go over to YouTube. I'm gonna go to my channel, and you hit your profile in the top right and go to well, actually I should have just let me go. Let me go back. You have two ways to do it. You can go here and go to your channel, and then you can hit manage videos, or either you can do customize channel and get there also. But what I'm going to do, I'm gonna use YouTube Studio to the right, and once I hit that, it's gonna bring me to my YouTube Studio. And then I'm gonna go to the left right here, the left sidebar, and I'm gonna go to content. Once I click content, right here, it shows me all the videos that I either have published or private, or either just drafts that I have created. Up here at the top, it gives it's broken down into different categories. You have your videos, you have your shorts, and your lives, right? So I'm gonna go into lives, and right now it haven't been posted, but most let me see. It's a short. I'm sorry. I do apologize. It's a short. So I'm going to shorts. And then I'm just wait till it finish processing. Once it finish processing, it's gonna populate here. So let's go back to StreamYard to see how long we have to go. So we're back on StreamYard and it's still processing at the moment. And just give me a second while this pull up. Give me just a second. Sometimes it can take a minute, but it'll pop up very soon. And once, and I can just kind of talk through some more stuff. So here are prior shorts that I have created from this video, this long form video that I did, and they have already been published. When it's published, you can download it yourself. You can actually view it by hitting the play button here to the left. You can this is your title, you can click on it and it'll take you to it, or you can use the three dots to the right and you can either say publish, which means if I hit publish, it's going to ask me for a destination and everything again, or you can view it on YouTube. Okay, and you can also share it or delete it. So here now the short has been processed and finished and published. So now what you can do, I'm just going to hit the three dots instead of going back to my other tab, and I'm going to hit view shorts. And this is the short itself. Okay. I'm going to hit the like button to give myself a like. And then also okay. I'm gonna just go back to the studio. To the studio itself. Okay, so once I'm at the studio, I'm going to refresh it. Okay, so now you see that at the top, that is the short that I just created. This is how it's going to. This is the thumbnail, pretty much, of the short. This is your title, and these are the options that you have that you can either modify the details. You can look at the analytics of it, and you can also look at the comments. You can view it on YouTube, and then you have other options that you can either edit the description and title, which is what I'm about to do. So you can either do it that way, or you can just hit the pencil right here. But you're able to share a shareable link. You can promote it if you have Google Ads or anything that you have set up. You can promote it, you can download it, and you can also brainstorm video ideas from it or delete it. So I'm going to edit title and description. And it's I'm gonna hit the details, because the details will bring up the full screen of that video. So now that I'm here, I already have my title in place, so I need to put in my description, right? So I'm gonna go back over to ChatGPT, get my description. I'm gonna highlight my description. I can actually highlight all this and then make my edits afterwards. Did I hit? Okay, yeah, I hit it. Okay, so now that I have this, I'm going to erase the extra placeholder text, and I'm just going to overlook it just to make sure that everything is correct. There's no errors, nothing is missing. So here down here at the bottom, it says the full creator series. This is a link that is within the playlist. And also I have a toolkits for creators, or you can launch your digital products, and I can include a link. But right now I'm just going to delete that text because I don't want to include that in this description. So once I have everything here, everything is set up for my description. If you look over here to the right, the visibility will let you know if it's public, private, or unlisted. So right now it is public. I'm not able to change the restrictions or the subtitles at the moment. So I'm just gonna click on the related video. So you're gonna hit the pencil, and the pencil will bring you to your videos that you have that you can link. So this is related to the video I did here. So this is the video I wanted to relate to. That is the full length video that the short was made through for. Up under your description, you have your playlist. I'm gonna select the playlist that I want to include this short in. So I have a short uh, playlist. So I'm going to click that and I'm gonna hit done. You can have multiple playlists that you include that short into if you desire to. I'm not. I'm just going to put in that. You can do the show more to make more edits to your video details. So right here it asks if any content is altered or anything. I'm just say no, and then scroll down and I put my tags in. So now I'm going, oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back through that because I wasn't showing my screen. So here, this is where I put my pasted my description at. I went to the right here to select the video that I wanted to include it in. I included the full length video that the short was made from, and it'll add it right there. And then what the next thing that I did, I added the playlist that I wanted to be included in this short. So I have a short playlist. So I hit done. And then before I did this, I went to show more. It lets you do more edits on your video details. I scrolled down, I hit alter content. I put no. I'm going down to my tags right here to paste my tags. So let me go back to ChatGPT to get my tags. Once I have my tags copied, I come back to the studio to paste them in there. So, and it didn't do it because it's not correct. Let me go back. Let me tell it to rewrite tags using commas. So I just asked it to use commas so I can copy and paste them. I hit enter, and it's going to populate those tags using those commas where I can just copy what it provided me, copy it, go back to my studio, and then now I'm able to just paste them in my tags box. So now hit Control V to put them. So right here, that you know that you're only allowed 580 I'm sorry, you only allow 500 characters, right? Right now I have 582, so I need to delete one or two of these. So right now, probably three or four. So I'm gonna delete the PLR because this is not a PLR product. Right now I'm at 562. I can find another one. How to sell product online. This is not pertaining to that, so I'm gonna take that out. I still need to delete 32 more characters. So I will find another one that is not related to this type of video. Digital products for beginners is not related to this. So now I'm at 499 characters. So I'm up under the 500. So that is everything that I need. If you scroll down here to the bottom, you can also turn on and off your comments. I normally leave them on because you want the engagement from your video. So I'm just scroll back up, just double check everything, make sure everything is correct and done, finished. So now I'm just going to hit save. Once I hit save, everything is going to be updated and posted to that short. And that's pretty much everything that you have to do to create those shorts using your prior recordings in StreamYard and posting them to the destinations that you wish to post them to. Okay, and that would be it. And if no one else have any questions, that'll be it for today. And I hope that everybody found this valuable today. And if you don't mind hitting the like button and subscribing and actually sharing the content with someone that you think that it might be helpful for. Okay, thank you, and y'all have a great and awesome day.
Oh yeah, on the rise, press record, now play. AI tools got me glowing every day. Faceless grind, I'm paving my lane. Me 2 times, yeah, we changing the game. Elevate me to you, vibe is brand new. Built it from scratch, now we teaching you. Hit that sub, let the vision come true. This ain't just content, it's what we do. This for the shy ones hiding in light. The silent creators who dream at night. You don't need fame, just start the move. I'll show you the tools and how to improve. We grow slow, but steady and loud. Elevate me to you, standing out from the crowd. From idea to launch, I'm here to guide. Together we rise, no need to hide. Me on the rise, press record, now play. AI tools got me glowing every day. Faceless grind, I'm paving my lane. Me 2 times, yeah, we changing the game. Elevate me to you, vibe is brand new. Built it from scratch, now we teaching you. Hit that sub, let the vision come true. This ain't just content, it's what we do.